don't sound roboty. Let me know when you're ready, and then we'll be
Nice.
good to go.
I'm
Okay,
ready.
cool. Tell me a short intro about yourself.
Okay. Well, my name is Vicky. I am currently an incoming fourth year into college. Major is computer engineering, and right now I'm just interning as a software developer in LA.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool. Recently Instagram they implemented this new thing, and recently I've talked to a lot of people, and some people have mixed reviews.
Mhm.
Did you ever hear about the Instagram TV thing?
Yeah, I actually have a friend who's really into making, short videos for that, and I think it's a great way to kind of, I guess, stand out because Instagram has a lot of competition, like Snapchat and Facebook. So it's a way to kind of, I guess, just one more improvement. And I guess it makes them like a competition against YouTube too.
I think it's cool. I wish more creators kind of use the platform. I think that's like my
Hmm.
only gripe. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Like you can
Hmm.
put vertical content. The one gripe I wish Instagram had the feature is maybe make horizontal videos vertical. I wish that they had a
Hmm.
feature for that. I think a lot of people would use that platform a lot more. Other than
Hmm.
that, I think it's really cool. You can put videos. For me, the ROI attention is like real short. So like, not that many people kind of like watch my videos on Instagram TV unless I
Yeah.
tell them to. But hopefully it gets better. Just as of right now, barely any of my like followers watch unless I tell them to like watch on
Hmm.
my IGTV. But like if I tell them on my Instagram story like, hey, uh, can you watch my video on my Insta story, or I mean, and like if I tell people like, hey, go on my IGTV and go watch it, people will watch it, but I have to like tell them that. But other than that, that's like pretty much my thoughts on it. So I mean, hopefully more people in the future use like the platform, and I think it'd be really
Right.
awesome. And yeah, so that's pretty dope. What are your thoughts on IG stories? I tend to like ask everybody this because I remember back in the day, like I remember before it implemented, people were definitely mad about it. Like people thought like Instagram
Yeah.
like kind of copied Snapchat, and then once like 2 months ago, like after 2 months after, a lot of people kind of adjusted to it, and a lot of people either don't use Snapchat
Hmm.
or they just use Instagram. So what are your thoughts on that?
Personally, I think it's more convenient to just post everything on IG story. um, I realized that I actually stopped watching a lot of people's Snapchats because like now I just like browse through Instagram. So yeah, I think the one thing that IG Story could be better at is maybe making cuter filters. I guess. I mean, Snapchat like try to step up their game after IG released that feature. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like after the fact, I know Instagram is slower to put out the filters because I mean they're a lot younger than
Right.
Snapchat, so
Right.
I don't blame them about the filters. They're putting out some
Mhm.
dope filters. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the filters I've seen people recently use, so
Mhm.
they might do some stuff. So that'd be really sick. But other than that,
Mhm.
I think it's real cool. I don't use Snapchat, so Insta stories is
Oh, you
no.
don't?
I don't use Snapchat. Heck no. I'm happy
Really?
that nah,
Why?
I don't use it. I didn't really see a need for it to use Snapchat. Like I understand why people used it, but I didn't really see a need for it. Like I was like, nah, I'm good. Instagram is kind of my main thing, and yeah, I mean, I'm happy. Insta stories are kind of like a thing, and so other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. So. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
pretty dope. So you said computer engineering. What got you into that?
Well, my brother and sister are both comp sci majors, and I've always just really liked technology, like ever since I was a child. And while growing up, like when I was in high school, I was part of the dance team and stuff. So I guess that was like a more creative aspect. And I wanted to do something where I can combine creativity and technology. So that kind of led me towards web development, where I can actually like code and design websites.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, one of my friends, he said it sounds hard EF.
Yeah,
That's what's
it
up.
does. It definitely does.
That's
It
that's
it
dope.
is.
What are some of the things that maybe like some people get like misconceptions about computer engineering?
Um, I would definitely say, well, when you first think about like computer engineering, you probably imagine like a more like male dominated field, which is actually true. So I don't think that's a misconception. But I would say that it people probably think it's more about like building a computer, but it's actually very fluid. You can go into hardware or you can go into software. I don't like building computers or playing with circuits, so I tend to go towards the software aspect of it.
I feel it. I feel it. That's pretty dope. That's
Mhm.
awesome. When you post your photos, is there like a particular like aesthetic that you go for, or you just kind of post whatever you see? Do you have like a method to your madness, or
So right now, I'm more just experimenting. I guess I'm working with like, well, just like posting whatever I want to post. But I know like a few months ago, I was really into a more, I guess, cool tones. But since it's summer, I'm going towards like warmer tones. But I'm still like figuring out like how I want to like kind of design my feed.
that's pretty cool. Do you use any like certain apps to when you post
I
photos, or not really?
do.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Um, Well, currently, let me just open my photo folder. I use UNUM. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but that's for just you can actually drag and drop like photos on like a feed and just check to see like if everything fits and stuff. And I use Visco to edit. But if I'm not lazy, I like to play around with Lightroom because it's like a more advanced Visco in my opinion.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, Lightroom is pretty cool. For me, I don't like using Lightroom mobile. I like using the regular Lightroom, like on desktop. And I
Yeah.
use Lightroom for my my DSLR and stuff like that. So yeah, I feel it. I
Mhm.
feel it. Yeah, I use Visco, especially if I shoot on my phone, and I do use
Right.
UNUM. I love using that to like plan out my feed.
Right.
There's another app that I like using. It's called the Huji HUJI. It's
Oh,
that
yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
had
that one application where
that
it's
for a
like
while.
vintage. I love using it. I love using
Mhm.
it because sometimes like I can get some like dope aesthetics with it, and so I love using
Mhm.
that. Um,
I think it's hard to
uh,
use,
I
in my
think
opinion.
it's cool. Um, it's hard to use if you don't pay for the version, the paid version. The paid
Mhm.
version is you pay 99 cents, and you
Mhm.
can import any photo. And yeah,
Oh,
if you pay,
yeah.
all you have to do is pay 99 cents, and you can import any photo,
Yeah.
and you can get like random like light. What's it called? Lights. It's not.
So, like,
It's not called streaks. Random. Is it called random light leaks or something? I think it's what is it?
or something like
Yeah,
that. I know what
yeah,
you're talking about, like the
yeah.
filters.
Yeah, what is it called? I'm trying to think. You can get random light effects or whatnot on your photos, and it's pretty cool. I like it. All you have to do is pay 99 cents, and you can like import
Mhm.
any photo on there. You can add the date on there, which is pretty dope. Overall, I like it. I think it's worth it. For 99 cents. And
Mhm.
if it's
Yeah,
the
I didn't
free
even see they
yeah,
had
if it's
that.
the free version, you take photos straight off the app and do it from there. But for an app that's free and all you have to do is pay 99 cents for it, it's pretty dope. I like it. It's pretty awesome. A lot of people used it, and I didn't know what the app was, and so I
Mhm.
looked it up and I was like, yo, this is a dope thing. So I like it a lot. What?
Yeah, I
Oh
think
yeah, go ahead.
oh, no, I was gonna say, I think I first saw that app because some of the influencers I follow had, like, really cool, like, effects.
Yeah, so I was like, yo, what is this from? So I was just trying to figure. I
Right?
thought it was like a Snapchat filter, but I was like, no, it's an app. So that's pretty awesome. That's cool. So I use Visco, UNUM. I use Hugiecam, the one that I just explained. For my fonts and stuff like that, like just like create this thumbnail, I use this thing
Mm-hmm.
called Fonto, Phonto. Fonto. It's like a free app, and so pretty much what it
Mm-hmm.
is you use like different fonts and stuff like that. So like you know how like people on like Twitter or Instagram they like post like like maybe like an anime or like a show and they have like font at the bottom. Like you can like create stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. So I like using it a lot like for captions and stuff like that. So it's pretty awesome. So I think it's pretty cool. I'll definitely show you that later. What else do I use? I use this app called Unfold.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty dope. It's a free application, and then you can buy like different layouts. Pretty much what Unfold is, you have different layouts for it, and yeah, you have like different layouts for your photos. So I'll definitely like send you some like stuff that I've done in the past with it, but it's pretty cool. But other than that,
Okay.
like it's pretty laid back when it comes to my editing and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's cool that you use UM also. So that's pretty sick. So yeah, I was scrolling through your feed and I noticed you wearing a shirt, and
Oh, thank you.
it had 143 on it. I
All
noticed
right.
that. Cause it's funny is every time when I post a photo, their main account usually likes my photos and stuff like that. So it's like really
Oh,
yeah. They
really?
the main account usually like likes my photos, which is like they don't follow me, but they like usually
Mm-hmm.
like my photos and stuff like that. So it's like
Yeah, they're pretty interactive, which is pretty cool.
yeah. So it's pretty funny. The reason why I know 143 is because my
Mhm.
girl So Super Sam, she's a DJ on Selection, and she's one of the
Yeah.
people that kind of like started 143 with their friends. So I that's the reason why
Hmm.
I know her from that. And yeah, I was just curious because I was like scrolling through your feed. I was like, oh, 143.
Oh, do you listen to
Yeah,
Selection?
I love Selection.
Oh,
I
me
listen to
too.
like Joe K. And
Hmm.
I think the way I found out about Selection was through an artist. Through do you know a person named Sango? Yeah, I
Yes,
found
of
out about
course.
Selection through a dude named Spazzy Rocket. Now he changed his name to Xavier Omar, and he did
Oh.
a collab project with Sango. It's called Hours Spent Loving You,
Hmm.
and it's really good. By the like, his artist name was named Spazzy Rocket, and then he changed his name to Xavier Omar. But they did like a collaboration. I think it was like 2014, maybe 2014,
Hmm.
and that's the reason why I know about Selection. And so I like Sango, I like Taku, I like So Super Sam. She,
Gold Link?
Gold Link, a little bit, not so much, not so much. I he
Really?
makes dope songs, but he's not for me. He's not an artist for me. I understand like he's
Yeah,
really
he has a
yeah I
unique
understand he's
vibe.
dope. He makes some dope songs. Like I'll give him credit for that, but he doesn't make music for my style, so my taste.
Right.
But I definitely give him credit. I remember there's a song on either it's like on the radio. Forgot what it's called. I know like it was like really really good. I think it got nominated for like a Grammy. I forgot what it was called.
Oh no.
I think it was called Crew. I don't know if it's called The Crew.
Oh, it's the one with Lido
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all of
yeah.
them.
And that got like nominated for. I think it got nominated for a Grammy. I'm not mistaken if I'm correct. But
Oh, I didn't even know it
yeah,
got
yeah.
nominated.
I think that got nominated for a Grammy. But yeah, Goldlink's really dope. He doesn't make music for me, but yeah, but I definitely
Hmm.
recognize he's dope. So I like Sango, Taku, Soul Super Sam. I liked where she released an EP called The Garden, and then she released another EP called Priority. So I love her DJ mixes. And I remember when I was searching through some of her old videos, she had like a whole
Hmm.
series with Childish Gambino. It's on YouTube. You can search it up. Like search up Soul Super Sam, Childish Gambino, and it's like back in the day where she like was DJing, and then like Childish Gambino was like
Hmm.
freestyling on the mic. I was like, dang, that's so sick.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sick.
So if you want to like look up some like throwback stuff, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look
Yeah.
that up
And
later.
what was funny, I was looking through some Childish Gambino lyrics, and I think it was on the Awaken My Love, his latest project.
Hmm.
He shouted out So Super Sam on a song, and I was like, yo, that's so sick.
What?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to look it up. What lyric was it on? Childish Gambino. It was a lyric. I was looking through his lyrics, and he shouted out "So Super Sam" in like a song. I was like, "What? No way!"
I didn't even know they like knew each
Yeah, yeah.
other.
Oh,
Like they were
heck yeah.
that
They
close.
they know each other way back when. So Super Sam lyric. I'm trying to find a lyric. Yeah, if you search, what is it called? Not Twist Up. He mentioned something about So Super Sam. Uh, what is it? I'm looking it up real quick. Yeah, so
Okay.
bear with me, bear with me. But yeah, if you search on YouTube, what is it called? I don't know if this was on his album. Did you listen to Awaken My Love or?
No.
Okay, me neither. I was just wondering if this was on his album. No, this is an older song. But I remember reading like a lyric, and it was like shout out it was like shout out Soul Super Sam or something about Soul Super Sam. So if you like look up some old school stuff, you would find that like. So yeah, that's what's up. That's awesome that you like found out about Selection. Who's your favorite on Selection? Hello, hello. Are we there? Did something happen? Did the audio cut out? Rip, guys, rip, rip. Oh, can you drag me into live again? My bad, my bad. I'm definitely gonna cut this portion. No. I was like, what happened? Okay, are we good?
Yeah, we're
Okay,
good.
cool. I thought we disconnected. I was like, dang it, it would.
Oh
I
no,
was like,
no,
it
no.
would disconnect on me. Okay, cool. I asked you, who's your favorite on Selection? That's what I asked you.
I really can't pick a favorite, but I would have to say Starro. I like Masego too, and Yuki Bib's cool. Um, yeah, like I have an entire playlist. I could probably link you to it. It's on SoundCloud, but it's like a collection of like all my favorite selection songs.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. So Starro. Okay, I feel it. I feel it.
Mhm.
That's just,
Yeah, not a lot of people listen to Starro, but I love him.
that's what's up. Yeah, it's cool. I definitely know who you're talking about. So that's pretty awesome
Hmm.
though. That I noticed that you had a 143 shirt. So that's sick. So what do you usually?
Have
Oh wait.
you
Oh,
been
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
to? Oh, I was gonna say, have you been to one of their events?
No, I actually want to go to one of their events because I don't live in LA and stuff like that. So I
Hmm.
would like to go to an event sometime. So I'll go. I'll go to an event sometime in the future. So yeah, I wish that'd be sick to go to an event. I definitely do want to go though. So that's awesome. That's sick. Um, that's pretty dope. What do you usually take photos on? Your phone, DSLR? What do you usually take photos on?
Mostly my phone, but I also take it on my DSLR. If I like if we're like going out to shoot with like friends and stuff, then I'll bring my camera and I'll shoot like them as well.
That's that's pretty dope. That's pretty awesome. That's cool. That's cool. I was just like looking through your feed. I was like, yo, what does she take her
Mhm.
photos on? I was just curious. So that's what's up. That's cool. Give me 1 second. I actually had questions, but I lost them. Yeah, give me 1 second.
No
Okay,
worries.
cool. Let's see. I swear. Yeah, usually like have my like questions on deck, and I'm like, what is going on? Um, damn, where did my questions go? Sorry, I'll definitely cut this portion of this of the thing. So, um, usually I don't like. Usually I don't blank out like today, but like today I'm like blanking out like crazy.
It's
Okay,
okay.
cool.
You probably had a long day.
Yeah. So, and then I don't want to be like too long because you have this like room till 5. So, yeah.
Oh no, no. It's still
Oh,
5:30. You're
five
good.
thirty. Okay,
No
cool. I thought it
worries.
was till 5. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like my mind's blanking. So, but I have a question. What type of music do you listen to?
R&B mostly.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Hmm?
Oh,
Oh,
I was just gonna
Okay,
ask you like
so
what type of artists you listen to.
oh,
Yeah.
artists. Well, any R&B artist really. I really like throwback songs too. But a lot of my friends actually listen to EDM. I used to listen to EDM like first year of college, but I slowly got tired of it, like in general.
I feel it. I feel it. Do you listen to like any Frank Ocean? Do you listen to him?
A little bit, not as much, I would say. I guess I listen to like m more rap too.
Who do you listen to?
Well, Goldlink, I really like Goldlink, so sorry. Um, YG and Travis. I'm kind of blanking out too, but um, yeah, just mostly R&B and rap.
I feel it. I feel it. Do you listen to any Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool.
And I listen to a lot of more like really low key artists too. Like I don't know if you know who Ravina is and Nicki.
I don't think I'm familiar with Rivera. Oh,
Ravina?
Sorry, my bad. Ravina. I don't think I'm. Does
Yeah.
she sing R&B? Does she rap?
It's more like I guess like yeah, R&B, like soft R&B.
For sure, for sure. That's awesome. Okay, cool. That's just yeah, that's funny. Like my mind is like blanking on me today, but yeah,
It's
maybe
okay.
it's just heat though, for real. Um, yeah, usually like I ask people this, but what made you want to be a part of the podcast? Like I'm kind of curious. I usually ask everyone this.
Um, well, I feel like this summer, I got the advice to pretty much say yes to every opportunity you get because you can out of it. It could be like like a growing experience, basically. So I feel like this podcast was a way for me to really practice my, I guess, talking skills, interviewing skills, and stuff like that, and to overall like be more articulate in my, I guess, I'm blanking out too, but like the way I would answer questions and stuff.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I usually ask everyone this because I'm legit curious. Like what kind of like entices them to say like, hey, I down to do this or I want to be a part of it. So yeah, like I really appreciate that because
Mhm.
it's funny because a lot of people are like, yo, how do you get people on your podcast? I'm like, honestly, I just ask people and they kind of just say yes. And so it's funny because a lot of people are like, yo, how do you get people on your podcast? I'm like, you just ask a bunch of people and just be nice about it, just be courteous. And yeah, so that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
and I feel like it's interesting because no one really asks like, "Oh, do you want to be on my podcast?" Because usually it's like, "Hey, do you want to shoot? Hey, do you want to do this?" But it's like a podcast. You wouldn't think of anyone like trying to make podcasts. So this is like really creative, in my opinion.
Really, really awesome. I think it's dope because like I don't know, some people like start like YouTube channels. They start so much
Mhm.
things, and I feel like a podcast is kind of like so out of the like comfort zone, or like not that many people do it,
Right.
and so when people hear about a podcast, they're like, "Yo, I've never done a podcast. Let me do it." And so and
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
so it's funny because a lot of people are like, "Yo, I've never been a part of this. Like, let me jump on this." So yeah, that's like pretty awesome. That I really appreciate that. And then I usually ask everybody this, but do you have like any questions that you would like to ask me? I usually ask everybody that.
I do. So like, what made you want to start this whole series?
Pretty much, I got inspired by somebody. I watched this live streamer. She does this. She does she plays video games for a living, and she like
Hmm.
streams to like 100 to 200 viewers, and she was gonna do a podcast. So she recorded a couple podcasts, and she never released them. And I was like, what? I was
Hmm.
like, yo, was like, "Where's the podcast at?" And I started recently started streaming, and I was like, I told some of my viewers, I was like, "Yo, what if I started a podcast?" They were like, "Yo, go
Mhm.
for it." So I started, and I started interviewing, people who game for a living or do it for a hobby, so live streaming. And then I was
Mhm.
like, "Yo, what if I reached out on people on Instagram?" And people were like, "Yeah, go ahead, go ahead and do it." And so I interviewed, models, photographers, barbers, Instagram bloggers, YouTubers, and rappers. And so it's like, it's really, really awesome. Like the variety of people that you can reach out to. And
Mhm.
I feel like a lot more people are like responsive to like Instagram DMs than like emails. So like it's like really, really dope.
Mhm.
So I'm happy about that. And yeah, it's like I'm definitely having like a really, really good time with this podcast, and it's been received really, really well. And so I'm happy about it. And I've done 40 podcasts so far, so like,
Oh, dang,
yeah,
that's
it's a
a lot.
lot. So I'm happy about it. It's pretty dope. Like I didn't expect myself to be doing podcasts, and so it's like pretty fun. Um, I have a lot of Asian people on this podcast, so I'm like happy about that. Like when it comes to like diversity aspect, and
Mhm.
so like I didn't, I mean, I'm like I'm grateful for that, and I like hopefully I like represent most of these people like well. So like I'm definitely happy
Mhm.
about that aspect. So I don't know when it comes to like Asian representation, like there's not much when it comes to other medias.
Yeah.
So I just want to
Mhm.
at least put my best foot forward when it comes to that aspect. So yeah, other than that, I'm having a really, really fun time with it, and yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah. So it's
good.
definitely been hell of a ride for it. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's awesome. Yeah. Do you have any more questions, or is that it?
I just have
Go
one
ahead.
more. So where do you see this kind of going, or like, what's your goal? Like, how far you want to take this? Do you want to take this?
Um, how far I want to take this? It would be awesome if I could do podcasts for like a living. So like, I live stream and stuff like
Mhm.
that. That'd be cool if I could do live streaming for like a full time job. I think that'd be like awesome, and then kind of like use podcasting as a way to like, I don't know, like boost myself up, but like just like use like another way to communicate with my guest or audience. So I mean, so I think
Mhm.
that'd be cool if I could live stream for like full time. It like if I were able to like live stream for full time, bro, I would I for sure would put 110% in it. Um, like I would definitely put 110%, and yeah, like I think that's something I would love to strive for if I could do this full time, just like live streaming and then also do podcasts on the
Mhm.
side. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be cool. But if the alternative, that'd be sick if I could do like my own radio station.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be
that'd be
sick.
sick if I could
Yeah.
like do like an Apple Music or something like radio show. That would be sick if I could make it
Mhm.
to like Apple Music and do like play like certain like underground like hip hop records or underground
Yeah.
R&B records. I think that'd be sick. Like how Joe K does it. He has like a selection radio on Apple Music.
Mhm. Yeah, selection
Yeah,
radio.
that'd be sick if I had my own radio show on Apple Music. I think I would legitimate think that I made it if I made it towards that aspect. I think
Mhm.
that'd be the sickest thing if I made it to Apple Music. So yeah,
I mean, you definitely do have the passion for this, so I think it's gonna take you really far.
yeah, if I can if I can make it towards like a radio show type of aspect, I feel like I'd made like I made it. So yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Mhm.
That's cool. I found my question, so that's good. That's good. What social media platform do you use the most?
I would say Instagram, but it's probably tied with Twitter. I have a bad habit of just browsing through Twitter for like an hour every time before bed.
I feel it. I feel it. That's pretty awesome. And I think I'm trying to think. I think this is the last question. I believe. Yeah, it's the last question. Uh,
Mhm.
what are the positive and negatives when it comes to social media?
Okay. So I think the positive is having um, an effective way to communicate with people and kind of just seeing like what they're up to on a daily basis. places. Um, I mean, the networking opportunity is like great too for social media, and you get to meet a lot of people that you wouldn't normally meet outside of your normal environment. Other pros are like allowing artists and creative individuals a platform for them to display their work, and those are the pros. But cons, I would say perhaps getting too consumed in this mentality that social media is like, I guess, your top priority in your life. I feel like people tend to forget that you have to step out into the real world once in a while too. That's like really important, like physically and mentally. And I feel like as long as you find a value that social media can bring into your life, then and you have an effect, effective way of utilizing it, I think you'll be like great. It's like a great platform for anyone to use. But I would say just don't let yourself like be consumed into this whole social media craze is my best advice.
Yeah, man. I definitely love the aspect where you have a platform, you have a voice. I love that aspect because um, without social media, a lot of stars wouldn't
Mhm.
be, where they are. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
remember when Vine was relevant, and
Oh my god.
yeah, when Vine was relevant, it was really, really good. And then once Vine died, some of these Vine stars they transitioned to YouTube, and they found a lot more
Mhm.
success than they ever could. So like it's crazy. And then once
Yeah.
they started on a YouTube grind, some of these people have been able to do
Me just
interviews,
them too.
go to like do a
Mhm.
lot of things. Some people have done movies, Instagram too. Some people have popped off on
Yeah, I
Instagram.
know, it's
So
crazy.
like I like how you can use your platform, and some people have popped off like crazy. So like I understand it, and I'm
Mhm.
happy for it. I'm all for using it as a platform, and I think like the term influencer is so relevant in today's age,
Mhm.
and I think it's really, really dope. And I feel like
Definitely something our generation would
yeah,
only
and I think
know.
it's really dope. And I feel like the older generation they kind of confuse the two influencer and celebrity. I was reading this book. It's talking about
Yeah.
influencer, and it was saying that the older generation kind of confuses the A-list celebrity and influencer because she was reading this article
Mhm.
and it was mentioning about influencers, but the influencers were like A-list celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, or like Selena
Mhm.
Gomez, and I'm like, these are A-list celebrities. Like some of these people have talent, so they're like reason why they're super famous or considered a quote unquote influencer. But I feel like some of the older generation kind of like misconstrues. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but kind of like overuses the word influencer, but like I feel like a real influencer makes content or does what they can, and I feel like I think it's like really, really dope. Like people can use a platform to say what they want. One of
Yeah.
the negatives, it can be toxic. You know, um, People
Mhm.
are looking to be viral nowadays. Viral is the new way of looking to be famous in today's
Right.
generation. I feel like everyone's trying to be viral, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Everybody wants that taste of like a little bit of fame. A lot of people want
Yeah, and that
those.
like just
Yeah, a lot of
attention.
people want those thousands of retweets or whatnot, and I feel like a lot of people want that taste
Mhm.
of being viral. I feel like that's a new way of kind of quantifying like you're famous for a little bit, and people
Mhm.
want that. So one prime example that's like really toxic or a negative way. Do you know who Little Tay is? Yeah,
Yes. Oh my
yeah.
god.
So I will use her as an example. It was crazy. She reached like a million, what you call it, people on a million followers, and what she was doing was kind of crazy. Her brother was kind of
Mhm.
like helping her out on her image, like her older brother, which is
I mean, her
yeah
family.
from her job, and she eventually deleted her Instagram, I believe.
Right.
And so, I mean, it's crazy. At like 9 years old, I feel like you shouldn't be going through that. And the funny thing with her,
You
all
really
that is gonna
shouldn't.
stay with her forever. Like on the internet age, like all that stuff stays with you forever. Like it doesn't leave you.
Mhm.
So even if you delete it, like the internet is forever. And especially how big she got, 1 million
Right.
followers. Imagine how people are gonna bring that up when she's older. Like she's gonna be not bullied, but she's gonna be definitely teased around that if she like continues in
Mhm.
school. And so I hope and pray like not that many people will bully her, but people are
Yeah,
gonna
I
bring
know.
that past up like no matter what. So I feel like that's like a one negative example I would say about social media. um, Definitely
Mhm.
can create a monster that you can't really tame. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have any other questions unless anything pulls up. I think I may have one more question, maybe. Let me see. Let me check real quick.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, this interview is going really, really well. Let's see. Oh yeah. Where did you get your fashion sense from?
My fashion sense, I would say, is a mixture of just really casual and a little bit hype beast. Yeah, well, it back then I was a little more into the hype beast fashion, but right now it's just more casual and comfy and whatever like I feel comfortable in. So yeah, and I think I got it from my mom. I would say because if you look at her photos from like back when she was my age, she pretty much dressed the same.
Uh, oh yeah, I'm
Hello?
still here. I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, did it disconnect earlier? Oh, n- no. I think it did cut off a little bit, but yeah, she was always really into fashion. So she basically told me, like, kind of taught me not to dress sloppy whenever we go out. Like ever since I was like little, so I kind of made that effort to look like just I guess be more aware of like what looks good with what, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And I also think I guess being a dancer helped a lot because uh, you're kind of forced to put on like trendy like costumes and stuff. So yeah, I would say that
What
too.
did you dance? Like what style of dance? Like ballet, jazz, lyrical? What did you do?
Mostly hip hop, but I did do jazz too.
Oh, that's what's up. That's cool. Yeah, I danced
Mhm.
too. I like did hip hop for like 7.5 years when I was younger.
Oh
Yeah.
dang!
The reason why I got into dancing was my sisters. They did like jazz, tap, lyrical, ballet. They did the
Hmm.
whole nine, and I wanted to get into hip hop. I thought it was like so sick. I was like, yo, what is this hip hop thing?
Yeah,
And I
see,
got in.
I never wanted
Yeah,
to do
and so I
that.
was like so happy. So like once I joined it, hip hop, it was cool. I thought it was like really really dope. And the funny thing was like towards like the end of high school and then when I was in college, a lot of people were like, "Yo, like either teach me how to dance or like show me some dance moves." And I was like, "What?" And
Hmm.
so it was funny because like I remember my senior year of high school, a lot of people didn't know I danced. And so I have like this one
Hmm.
viral video. I forgot how viral it got, but had to have either
Ooh, I want to see it.
yeah, yeah, I'll show you it. But I forgot how viral
Okay.
it got, but at least it had like maybe 50 favorites or something like that, or something like that, something crazy. It either had like maybe 1,000 views or something. But I remember we were at lunchtime and they played the song they called what was the song? I think it was Lil Jon. What was it called? What was the song? Is it Turn It Up? What is that one song that's like super, super hype? What is that song by Lil Jon?
Uh,
It's is it Turn It Up, Lil Jon? Lil Jon, Turn It. Oh, Turn Down for What? Yeah, that was the song. So somebody
oh.
played Lil Jon, Turn Down for What? And so when they played that, I did like my little freestyle, and it lasted like
Mhm.
I think it lasted like 16 seconds. and people were like, "Oh crap, Andrew could dance." You're like, "What?" And so I remember,
Your friends never
uh,
knew? You never told
no,
anyone?
well, some of them, I didn't really talk to that much, so which is understandable. But a lot of people are like, "Yo, you can like," and I remember I posted it on Twitter, and it had to have at least get like 1,000 views or more on something like
Mm-hmm.
that. So it went like a little viral on Twitter, and people were like, "Yo, I didn't even know that you could dance." What I was like, and I think I had to have told some people, but either they didn't believe me, and a lot of people were like,
Mm-hmm.
"Yo, why didn't you try it on the dance team?" So there was a high school dance team, and they did hip hop, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Nah, I already compete for my dance studio, and I like doing sports, and it kind of like was in my sports time. Like it was like after school, they
Mm-hmm.
like did like, um, they did like hip hop." And a lot of people were like wondering like how come you didn't go a part of the dance team, and I said, I want to do sports, and I already compete for like a competition team, so I'm already busy, and I'm like, it'd be one thing if I hated sports, and then I would have done, been on the dance team, but I like sports, so I enjoyed sports, so I told them that,
Right.
and yeah, a lot of people were shocked. They're like, "Yo, I didn't know you could dance." So I'll definitely show you a video from Twitter, and yeah, it was like pretty dope. Like I remember toward the end of high school, people were like, "Yo, I didn't even know," and so people were like really shocked. And I told them, I was like, "Yo, I told y'all I could dance. Like I did this like when I was little, so I told y'all didn't believe me." So it was like pretty sick to like prove people wrong uh, on that aspect. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've been like dancing for 7.5 years in a dance studio when I was younger, and I competed for 3 years. And so like competitions, you get a routine. You in the beginning of the year, you practice that routine. After you practice it with your like your core.
So I know
Okay,
exactly how
okay,
it goes.
most stuff. I was just like walking through the motions. So yeah, if and yeah, and if
Oh yeah.
nobody like
Wait, what studio
uh,
did
I
you dance
dance
for?
for Dance Dimensions. It's like located in like it was located in Colton, California. I don't know if you know where that's at, but that's like
Oh.
nearby Riverside. And then it moved to Grand Terrace, California, which is like Grand Terrace is like 4 miles away from like Riverside, from like
Mm-hmm.
UCR. And so yeah, I mean it was really dope. It was a dope experience, and I appreciate it. Like it gave me rhythm, gave me confidence. Yeah, I'm like real grateful that I can dance. And I recently posted like a dance video, like a short little freestyle on my Instagram page. And
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I didn't know you could dance too.
yeah,
I was like, whoa, he's actually really.
yeah. So when I posted it, I was like, yo, this video might get like 150 views. I was like, yo, it's gonna get 150 views. Cool, that's it. That was my guess. And then I looked back at the end of the day, it got 250 views, and I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, I was looking at the views, and I was just like, yo, what is up? What is going on? Like, it's crazy. And so I didn't expect people to like
Mhm.
it. So it was like really funny, like low key, like looking back at it. And yeah, like a lot of people liked my video, and I was just like, what the hell is going on? And so it was like really cool to see like a lot of people like my video, watch it, and yeah, it was pretty cool. And I also did a poll too, and it was really funny. People were like, yo, I did a poll. I was like, yo, should I do the Kiki challenge? Somebody,
Mhm.
what you call it? And yeah, it was like really funny. So I think I forgot what was the results for it. I need to like look at it. I need to share.
I think I voted yes
Yeah.
on that one.
Oh yeah. It was like 50-50. It was 50-50 in the morning. And I was like,
Mhm.
"Yo, I'm gonna flip a coin if nobody votes for this." And then all of a sudden I got like four more votes and like one no. And so the results was 12 voted yes and 7 voted no. So
Mhm.
it's like the fun.
So you gotta do
Yeah,
it
I got to
now.
do the Kiki challenge. I didn't. I was thinking everybody was. I was gonna think. I was thinking no was gonna win. So I was like, yes, I don't have to do it. And
Mhm.
so when I looked at the results, I was like, what? No way. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do the Kiki challenge. So it's gonna be funny. Some of my friends wanted me to do it, and my little cousin, he was like, "Yo, if you do the Kiki challenge, bro, I'm gonna block you." Like, he's my little cousin, so, and I was like,
Yeah.
and I told him, I was like, I told everybody who voted no, I was like, you guys are gonna have to mute me, cause no almost won. So, but it's like super super funny that that it won. So I'll
Mhm.
definitely be doing that challenge soon. So that's gonna be interesting to see myself do the challenge because I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to be like original with it. But I'm just
Mhm.
gonna have to I'm gonna have to see what I'm gonna do or pull out my sleeves. So
Just test your creativity.
yeah, most deaf. So that's cool. That's awesome. I don't think I have any more questions, but thank you for doing this podcast with me. I appreciate it.